So you've been in a relationship and it's worked with you for so long and it's been rewarding. But something tells you it's not right. You're not getting out of it what the other party is getting out of it. You kind of feel abused and not granted, appreciated. And then you break up, but there's this emptiness inside. And so what can happen next? The rebound. And then, you feel like, oh, this is it. This is the one. You feel like you're getting what you want out of the relationship. But it's sort of same, only a little bit different. And then you decide that's just silly. You need to take some time out. Maybe go away for 2-3 weeks. Clear your head, clear the air. And then you see everything from a different perspective. Suddenly the relationship isn't really taking a hold on you. You can see clearly now. But this isn't about a relationship. This is not married at first sight. And I'm not as good a storyteller as what they are. This is about something else. Something else that you see, consume, probably every day. This is about sugar. Because just like the relationship you're not getting value out anymore, that's what sugar does. And it takes advantage of you. It gives you the dopamine high and it goes up, but it also gives you the crash. And it also takes your focus. Have the sugary food instead of the foods that's nourishing you, and it's going to make you feel better. But you don't have time for that because you're just chasing the next dopamine high. And what's the rebound? Well, that's faux sugar. Why? Because it's just continuing to give that satisfaction of that sweet dopamine and behavioral spike that you're going to then go for that instead, at the expense of food that's going to nourish you in the micronutrients. And there are studies for some sugars that they lead to gut permeability issues and other things to do with our microbiome that we don't fully understand for all of them. And what the rebound is doing, it's just training you to seek out that sweetness. It's training you to seek out the next food. So it's not really breaking up with the sweetness and with the dopamine seeking behavior and then the lull and then finding the next one. So in my analogy, I spoke about 2 to 3 weeks going away, finding yourself. Well, there's a reason for that. Because your taste buds that are anticipating that sweetness, they only take 2 to 3 weeks to decide that they don't miss it anymore when you take it away. That's right. Go on a holiday from sugar, go on a holiday from faux sugars, and come back to it and go, no, I don't like that. The hold it's having on you right now is gone. Its power, gone. And so, it sounds really easy when I describe it like that. But sugar's one of the most addictive substances in the world. There has been a study with rats. They fed it cocaine, or a group of rats, and then they fed them sugar. Then they gave them the choice. What did they choose? They chose the sugar. You see, it's not willpower. It's not you just didn't give it a go. It's not that you didn't try everything. It's the fact that it's one of the most addictive substances in the world. And it's in almost everything. It's in pasta sauce, it's in flavored yogurts, it's in tomato ketchup, it's in marinades. So you might think you're eating healthy and have some of those things with your meal, and you're still satisfying that addiction. But what's wrong with it anyway? So what? What's he talking about? Why does it matter? Well, it matters because you can have the same amount of calories as someone else and not lose weight because your insulin's always high, your sugar burning system's always on. You're not giving your body a break. Fat burning happens when that switch is turned off. And like I said before, you're not getting the micronutrients from other foods while you're chasing those foods. Sounds good, doesn't it? But how do I do that? Well, I'd start with what you're drinking. Your sodas, fruit juice. I'd replace them with water. You can have water with lime, with lemon. You could even throw some berries in there. And give it 2 or 3 weeks. And then that's your habit formed. What would I do next? Then I'd go to your ice creams, your sweets, what you do after a meal. I'd replace them with some natural Greek yogurt, not flavoured, because that's got sugar and additives in there, with some fruit. Maybe dust it with some cinnamon. Spin it round. Mix those flavours together. Give it 2 or 3 weeks. Then what would I do? Then I go after the chocolate. Go to 70% cacao. Maybe give that 2 weeks. Then go 85. And then look back on the 3 months of how far you've come. And by removing the sugar from the diet and the sweetness and replacing that with whole foods that's going to nourish you, inflammation will go down. What happens when inflammation goes down? The size of your waist goes down and you start to feel a lot better. And you'll probably find some mental clarity in that. Well, does that still sound easy but hard to do? I've got a 6-month metabolic reset program that I've got a waiting list open now. And you can also find me for some personal consultations as well in my bio in the links. Until next time, stay strong.